Welcome back. Happening today, it's World AIDS Day, a day dedicated to raising awareness of AIDS and HIV.
Cascade AIDS Project has been fighting HIV and the harmful stigmas that come with it since the 1980s, and you can go to an impactful event this Saturday and support that mission. So we have Jess Daly, chair of Cascade AIDS Project Ambassador Council, and Jasmine Gruenstein, the director of CAP Southwest Washington. Good morning, you two. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Thanks
good
for having
morning.
us.
Yeah, it's great to have you here.
Yeah, you guys have had this awareness campaign, but also it really does a lot of work to fight the stigma surrounding HIV and AIDS. 45 years, or nearly however many times since the 80s. Math is hard at this time.
Absolutely.
Can you talk about the impact and why it is still important that today in 2025 we continue this conversation, this fight?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll start us off. I'm Jasmine, like you said, and I use she, her pronouns. I'm the director of CAP in Southwest Washington. And, CAP has been around for so long, since the height of the AIDS epidemic. And we're just, it's really important that we still exist. And we have a variety of services throughout Oregon and Southwest Washington. Things like medical case management, housing support, HIV and STI testing, and all of those things are so critical for our communities.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Jess, with that said, I mean, just expand on World AIDS Day. Why is it important to still recognize, on an annual basis? And then what's coming up with this event on Saturday?
Absolutely. So World AIDS Day is recognized globally on December 1st every year. And it's to remember those we lost. It's to honor those who are still living with us. And really, it's to make sure those stories aren't forgotten through the times. And so that kind of brings us to our World AIDS Day event, which is this Saturday, December 6th at Clinton Street Theater from 1 to 3. And it's those stories. It's in partnership with Cascade AIDS Project, Our Bold Voices, the Ambassador Council, which I am lucky to be the chair of. But it's our third annual storytelling event, and it's that time to hear the stories of those stories maybe get forgotten.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the Cascade AIDS Project does a number of events every year, some for awareness, some for fundraising. So why is it important to keep this in the general conversation and not be something that we shy away from talking about? Because a lot of people might feel that way.
Sure, yeah. I mean, the work that we do, it's so critical for the communities that we serve, the LGBTQ plus community, people living with HIV. And while we're not in the 80s anymore, the 90s, right, when it was a scary time for the disease, we've come so far with treatment and with technology, but the stigma is still there around HIV and AIDS. So CAP exists so that we can fight that stigma and that we can continue to show up for the folks that need us in the area.
Yeah, and again, this Saturday is a great way to do that with that event at the Clinton Street Theater there. Again, that's on Saturday from 1 to 3. You can hear those stories, be a part of the conversation. If you'd like to go, just you need tickets. Do you need to RSVP?
Great question. You can RSVP. There should be a link popping up somewhere. Or you can just show up, honestly. I would love to have an RSVP for my own sanity. But,
but you're not going to turn people
no,
away.
come on down. We're just happy to have you.
We're going to have that link on our website, by the way.
Perfect.
So, go to coin.com. We're going to make sure that information's there. So, yeah, good stuff.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for joining us today.
Yes.
This is likely to be a very fantastic event.
Yeah, I have one
Yeah,
more
please,
other way
please.
that we can that I'd love to plug for community support. If you'd like to spend your dollars on Cyber Monday or give back to a local business like CAP on World AIDS Day today, December 1st, we have an amazing partner, David Morgenstern, who is the founder of Gaddy's, which is a local apparel company, and they're giving 50% back of their sales today to CAP.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So please go to heygaddys.com and check that out, and thank you for supporting CAP.
Yeah, I mean, and if anybody ever has a question about CAP, maybe to get involved, just
Yeah.
find you online. Is that the best way to connect?
Yeah, absolutely. capnw.org.
Okay, great. Again, we're going to have all that information on coin.com. You can check out that storytelling event on Saturday. Thank you both for being here. Really
you
great
so much.
cause.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
glad
much.
that we
Great
could
to see you.
highlight it and talk about it.
Absolutely.
And again, all that info going to be on coin.com. It is 8:20.